today we're going to talk about some of the ins and outs of the kettlebell clean. I'm going to first talk to you about the straight line clean, the rectilinear clean, or the dead clean, whatever it is that you want to call it, because that tends to be, in my experience, the easiest way to learn it. I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then we'll break it down from there. Okay, so to be good at the clean, first we got to be good at the racked position. Now that racked position is at the top, straight wrist, thumb against your body. Who likes the racked position? This guy. Just remember that throughout the whole time. You're trying to end here. What matters in the clean is both the path that the bell travels and also where the bell ends. So it's that straight line position from head to heel, plank at the top, thumb against the chest or close to it in whatever way is comfortable for you. And the kettlebell is going to end up resting on the outside of your wrist. Okay? Open hand at the top generally because that's going to prevent you from over gripping the bell as the weight goes up. And what I mean is as the weight starts to swivel, I want to open up my hand, so I'm not clinging, because when you cling, you clang on the back of your wrist. So one of the most common complaints about the kettlebell clean is that the weight comes up and over and lands on the back of the wrist. It happens for a couple of reasons. One, the wrist you allow to bend, no go. It's like you have a cast iron cast around your wrist. It remains straight. Just like with every kettlebell lift, you are in charge, or else the kettlebell knows that you're not. Okay, so this is a non-negotiable. And the rack position, get familiar with this first. To get up into that position, let's just do a sandwich clean first. So start with your hand on the inside toward the midline of your body area of the handle. It's called the horn. You're going to position your hand here, your working hand. Your other hand is going to make a little sandwich with the handle. So, and I'm just going to guide it into position. So here's your start position. Body is relatively squat position. So I'm not going from here to here because I'm not trying to get that out of my lower back. I'm trying to use my quads, my glutes, my hips to power that up as if the kettlebell were in an elevator, straight up. Okay, pretend almost that you have a wall in front of you, and so you don't want to throw that weight out and around. You don't want to hit the wall, you don't want to damage the wall. So what you're doing is basically with as low-key movement, as simple movement as possible, you're going to deliver into that rack position. What that ends up being is hand back, hand out, okay? From here to here, that's the entire clean position. And what happens with your elbow a little bit is that it simply just slides back, because who likes the rack position? This guy, this guy. Hand back, thumb back, palm back, thumb back. I hope I'm explaining that well. You can see in my hand position what's happening, right? So sandwich clean. Position your hand inside and simply move it into position. Waggle your fingers. Hello, neighbor, right? Hands back together and drop it back down. Let's do that again. And let's just do a few movements. You see how like low key this is. And if it's not comfortable for you to start with the weight on the ground, feel free to start right here. Just do a little hang clean. Just like with a barbell, just like with a dumbbell, just like with any movement. Kettlebells are not special in that way. They're special in a lot of ways. This isn't one of them. So straight up. And we're just gonna try to keep that super low key. We've got that wall in front of me. Just a pop. Just a pop. Make sense? And really, if this is day one for you on the clean, stay there. Get some reps in, nice and smooth. It can help to video yourself if that's comfortable for you, if that doesn't irk you. And you can just see where you might be, like if you're pinning your arm down and being, I like the idea of being a T-Rex, short arms. That's gonna help you imagine that wall in front of you. So you're really just working from here, but it's not nailed down to your side, because then you get that same throw weight out situation that you would otherwise. Hope that makes sense. From there, if this is day one, again, do some reps. As with most kettlebell movements, I would encourage you to start with your non-dominant hand first, whatever that is, and most any weight movements for that matter. Non-dominant hand first, then go dominant. Just go nice and slow. The kettlebell clean is probably the most technical and difficult to learn kettlebell lifts. So if it's feeling like on day one, that's totally normal. Now, That's again the rectilinear straight line, dead clean, dead hang clean. It's very much a straight line. Now, curvilinear or swing clean is another option for the clean, and we'll just dip our toe into that today too. I don't usually start here because what happens is, I'll show you what that looks like, just like with the other one first. So with the swing clean, it's just like with the kettlebell swing, and I want to make sure that you know how to do a kettlebell swing, a hinge version of the kettlebell swing. There are lots of different versions of the kettlebell swing too, as with any movement. But if you already know how to do a kettlebell swing, you've got that back swing is way up in your junk, just like with the kettlebell swing. So you're loading your hips and your hamstrings. Again, not getting it out of the low back. Loading hips and hamstrings, and then rocketing that movement up to that same end position. Now, the difference between a swing and a clean is in a swing, you're projecting the weight out, and in a clean, you're projecting the weight up. Hope that makes sense too. You've got that same wall. You're loading the hips and hamstrings, and then changing that trajectory of your body to pull the weight up. Again, as low-key, non-drama movement as possible. We don't want to be, right? It's here to here. Real, simple, and clean. Okay, here's what it looks like the swing clean. So, rectilinear clean, that's that straight line clean, is here. Curvilinear clean. So, on that back swing, if you do end up doing the swing clean version today, you want to generally keep your shoulders facing the ground. So lots of different kinds of cleans too. There's like the soft style clean. We're talking about hard style generally, which means we're trying to involve more muscle, more power, more speed, and less of like an energy conservation situation. So it's shoulders pretty square to the ground, lock and load, pull it up. Now, I don't want you to get the impression that it's so much tension that you're gripping the bell. Again, you have to be in this negotiation, this relationship with the kettlebell. Yes, you're in charge, but it's also a cast iron ball. So it's gonna go where you generally guide it to, but you also have to work around it. So as it's coming up, again, you wanna keep a looser grip as it starts to rotate and open your hand at the top. Now that's, again, we're not looking for a relaxed wrist or anything like that. It's straight wrist, but it's loose hands. So one more time, the curvilinear or swing clean. One more time, the straight line clean. And you can put your feet however is comfortable for you. You just want to make sure that they're wide enough that you can pass the kettlebell back through them if you're doing that swing clean, and also close enough together that you can still generate that power in either version of the clean. I tend to be a little bit closer for the straight line clean because you're really launching that weight straight up. One more thing, you can start this exercise from the top. It can kind of pattern the movement that you want to create on the way up too. So if that's the case with the sandwich clean, you're getting into position, and then really think about the way you're dropping the weight back down, and then reverse. You're just trying to recreate. Same deal with the swing clean. From here, park, okay? Back up, just work on the park, okay? And then eventually, where you're working back is you just wanna, if you're doing this in reverse, exact same pattern. Hope that is fun for you because we're doing that in workouts soon.